Hi guys, welcome back to All About Arsenal, and today I'm going to be talking about the secret way that Arsenal can actually beat Liverpool this Sunday. It's something you might not have considered, but I'm going to break it down all in this video. But before I get into that, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please do subscribe. If you're welcoming Gooner, if you're coming back Gooner, you are welcome to my channel. Alright, let's get into this. So Arsenal overcame Shakhtar Donetsk yesterday, and we actually beat them 1-0. Was it a flattened performance? No. Was it a good performance? No. Did we get the result? Yes, we got the result. Martinelli actually did well. He actually picked up man of the match, surprisingly, because as we know, Bournemouth, he had a wonderful chance to actually put us 1-0 up, and we could have probably won that game because knowing Arsenal, we would have sat back and defended for our lives, but he didn't get the goal. And we know what happened at Bournemouth. But Martinelli was the star player for yesterday, and he kind of got the goal. It was deemed as an own goal, but it came from his shot and attack on goal. Trossard also missed a penalty that we had, I think it was 78th, 79th minute, which was wonderfully captured by VAR, and I actually go into that. But besides that, it wasn't a flattering performance. Arsenal didn't play particularly well. We didn't really control the game as we could. There wasn't really a lot of creativity in the final third, but hey, we got the match. And this is where the disparity comes from. You've got fans that are like, after that game against Bournemouth, we should have come out all guns blazing. I ain't been bad, it's Shakhtar. We've got a bigger game to focus on, and that is Liverpool on Sunday. So, like I said, we picked up the 3 points, and that is all that matters. Or we picked up the points, because I know the Champions League format is completely different. I assume it's still 3 points, but whatever it is, we picked up the points. So let's begin to chime into a few match reactions. And firstly, I've got Troops, and some of you know Troops. I believe he was part of AFTV, and he's been doing his solo thing for a while. He said, Arsenal 1, Shakhtar 0. Major improvements needed ASAP. And I think he's talking in regards to how we played that game. There was no creativity, like I said. We didn't really flow. There was not a flow. However, I will say this in consolation. Shakhtar didn't really look like a threat. Raya didn't have much to do. And even when they were going forward, you know when there's some teams that are going forward, you're just thinking, something could happen. I didn't get that feeling with Shakhtar. So I think we were pretty much comfortable. However, if Trossard had scored his penalty, we'd have been in a much better place. And we're going to get into that miss from Trossard because he's our best finisher. Like everyone says, I think he should have put that away. Some people debated and said that Havertz should have taken that penalty. But hey, he missed it, but we won the match. If we had drawn, it'd have been a different story. Let's go into another match reaction. New Chapter said, we saw the efficacy of VAR yesterday. In the match versus Shakhtar, the penalty was awarded. If that was in the Premier League, the VAR officials will turn a blind eye. VAR is meant to spot what the ref missed, not to re-ref the game. Hashtag Arsenal. And we're talking about the penalty that we received. That is because there was a handball. It was a clever one by the Shakhtar defender. He was able to lift his fist down, and you can tell it was a very unnatural position, and we got the penalty. That was a good call by VAR. We missed it. However, it's good to see VAR working in the way that it should be. Injury news. Ben White, yes, he came off during halftime. And when that happened, I was like, no, not another injury. However, have no fear because Mikel Arteta is here. And he said during his press conference after, he said, Ben was my decision to take him out. He had a yellow card. We have played enough with 10 men in certain periods. They had a lot of intensity on that side and a lot of attacking players on this side. We didn't want to take any chance, he explained. I completely understand. Knowing that we've now become 10-man Arsenal, and it's become a thing that our discipline has been poor this season. So it makes absolute sense why he would have taken off Ben White just to manage the game better. And he came off. We were worried. We instantly thought injury, but we know that it's just game management from Arteta. And I feel like he's got a phobia of 10 men now. It's just in his mind. I think he goes into every match not just thinking about winning the game, but ensuring that we keep 11 players on the pitch. Oh my, haven't we shot ourselves in the foot? Now, can Arsenal beat Liverpool? When they came to the Emirates last season, what happened? 3-1. So all of these Liverpool fans, they probably got a right to be confident because at present, there's no Odegaard, Saka and Saliba, so there's a very good chance. But there's some other things the Liverpool fans haven't considered. Let me begin to break it down. They just came from a tough match against Chelsea. They won 2-1. They were victorious. Congrats to them. Yeah. don't really care. But that was not an easy game for them. A lot of them are probably still tired and jaded after that victory. Arsenal, we played at home, so no travel stress at all. They have to play away against Leipzig in Germany. They have to come back on the Thursday. They have to travel to the Emirates on Saturday evening. So how much rest and how much time to train will the Liverpool squad actually have? They've got some decent depth. They've got some decent depth in their squad. So that could actually work out to their advantage. But at this level, it can actually work against them. Arsenal played yesterday. We played at the Emirates. Our players are going to be fresher. Our game is on Sunday. Today is Wednesday. They might be resting today, resume training on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So they have a physical advantage over Liverpool, if I can actually say that. And some of these things have to be considered when going into that match with Liverpool. And everybody thinks we're going to lose it. I don't. They're not going to come to the Emirates and spank us. That I can guarantee. I think so. I'm confident. Let me know what you think in the comments. I do think Saka is going to be back. I think Odegaard is actually going to be back as well. There were some tough words from Mikel Arteta. He actually said on Sunday we will be flying. So for Arteta to say that we're going to be flying, he's probably got something up his sleeve. We've not heard much about the Odegaard progress. And I was thinking like this, check this. Bournemouth, we could have won that game. Let's be honest, we could have won that game. If we were at 11 men, we still had a very good chance of winning that game. Did we need to be at our best to beat Bournemouth? I don't think so. But yeah, we didn't beat them, but we could have beaten them. Shakhtar, did we need our best players? And we won the game. Probably not the most convincing game, but we won. We've got some tough games coming up. We've got Liverpool, Chelsea, and we have Newcastle. So wouldn't it not make sense that we could afford to rest players like Saka and probably not rush Odegaard too much so they could be fresher and fitter for Sunday against Liverpool and our games that are coming afterwards? That's just my theory. Going on to other news. Mudryk was actually spotted in the Emirates. And I have it here from the Mirror. Chelsea flop sent brutal messages after being stopped at Arsenal. He can stay there. As we know, Mudryk was supposed to come to Arsenal during the January transfer window, but Chelsea, as they do, came and they scuppered that. They bought him for about 80 million and we went for Leandro Trossard, and safe to say, we know who is the better investment. Although Trossard hasn't been playing that well, Arsenal still got a bargain with Trossard compared to Mudryk. So in other words, when they saw him, some people were thinking, is he trying to come back to the Emirates? Does he want to come back to Arsenal? We don't need you, mate. Stay where you are. Sorry, moving on to other news. Lastly, AS Colombia. I don't know how reputable they are, but this is news. Transfer news apparently. Arsenal have been linked with a move for Aston Villa striker Duran, according to AS Colombia. The Gunners have registered an interest in signing Duran in the January transfer window. The report claims that Arsenal will face competition from Barcelona and Man United. Man United, I'm not too sure because they've got Xerxes, and yeah, he's flopped anyway, but I don't see them going for another striker. For the Colombian international, who has scored 6 goals for Villa so far this season. So that's 6 goals in 8 games. That's a good stat. That's very, very good. However, the report claims that Villa Park would demand a minimum fee of 75 million before considering allowing Duran to leave the club in January. Well, this is transfer rumours, gossip, speculation. Do I think Arsenal are going to go for forward? No. January window, no. If anything, I probably see Arsenal probably going for another defender if we still have issues there, although I don't see that because we are stacked. But we don't know how our injury crisis will unfold with Tomiyasu Zinchenko. I only see us going for a playmaker, or if there's a possibility recalling Fabio Vieira back from his loan at Porto. I don't see us going for this player. I like the system that we have, the fact that we have goal scorers each and everywhere. And that's how we kind of want to play the game. We want to be unpredictable, especially when our enemies like Liverpool think they're going to do us in our own backyard. But let me know what you think in the comments. Duran to Arsenal. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.